One of the hottest productions of the year is over at Roundhouse Theatre, where The Tempest is getting rave reviews. Breathing new life into Shakespeare's timeless classic is director Aaron Posner, who along with renowned magician Teller is taking the phrase theatrical magic to a whole new level. What is The Tempest?
Well, this is a more is more production of The Tempest. You know, The Tempest is Shakespeare's last play. It is him at the height of his powers, I think. It was written to be a broad comedy, a drama, a pageant. It deals with big themes of family and of forgiveness. So it's a big production with a lot going on.
So why do you incorporate magic into The Tempest?
The amazing thing that magic does in this production, and this is key, is that it puts the audience in the same place as many of the characters. Something happens to them, but at the same time, we also go, oh, what? I'm sorry, what just happened there? And then all of a sudden, you're having the same experience that the character has. Because that's the reason we love magic, right? We watch magic and go, I don't understand.
How did that happen?
I just saw that happen. I know that can't have happened. Like, I believe in physics. Therefore, that is not possible, and that opens something in us. The other thing that's great about magic in this production is like a bunch of magicians, friends of Penn and Teller's, would come and see the show and say, that's the best X trick I've ever seen. Not because we did the tricks better, but because our tricks had meaning. Everything we do, every song, every magic trick, every movement moment, it's all woven to advance the narrative.
One of the actors tasked with bringing heart to the magic is local DC favorite Megan Graves, who plays Miranda. Can you tell us about your character's emotional journey in the show?
The journey is from childhood to womanhood over the course of an afternoon. So I start not knowing my history or my father's history. And then there are these newcomers on the island, including a boy, and it's an explosion of hormones. And by the end of the play, no spoilers, but it ends happily for me. And so the journey is one from being completely in the dark about who I am to standing in who I am and moving into my future.
What are some of the challenges that you've come up against playing this character?
My character experiences about as much amazement during this show as you can imagine. It's like every moment is me processing something I couldn't have imagined before. Staying in that truth and not playing a caricature of that is a great challenge. And it's a constant challenge.
Yes.
And then there are physical challenges of the show.
Choreographed by Palavelis Dance Company, the character of Caliban embodies those physical challenges.
This particular way of doing Caliban has also made more complicated that most of his scene are with the clowns, Stefano and Trinculo. So you not only have this double-headed monster, but they're in the middle of these sort of clowning scenes. And we, of course, have added magic to them as well. And so when it is two people moving as one and speaking as one and engaging as one, there's not a lot of improv. Every second has to be sort of set and decided upon.
To pull off this incredibly complicated character, Aaron and Roundhouse have cast Ryan Sellers and Hassiem Muhammad, two actors known for bringing difficult physical characters to life.
I'm Ryan Sellers.
I'm Hassiem Muhammad,
And
we're
we're
playing
Caliban.
Caliban. That's not what we rehearsed, Ryan.
Keep it. Cut. Print.
Tell me about the physicality of Caliban.
Essentially, there's two of us playing one character at the same time. The way in which Caliban moves is in a very acrobatic, partnering type style.
So it's usually one person bearing the other one's weight. There's a lot of time where we're carrying the other person around, either on our side or on top, or we're splitting the weight sharing. So it's a lot of like rolling over each other, moving through each other.
How does this physical work impact your character emotionally and the emotional work you do on your character?
You can't help but feel a certain way when you're like clenching all of your musculature. If you smile for like 20 seconds, like you should literally start to feel happy, right? So if you're snarling at someone for 20 seconds, you can't help but feel a certain way. So that's sort of how I feel. I think the physicality definitely informs the emotional life.
But ultimately, despite all the music, magic, and physical tricks going into the show, director Aaron Posner still has to find the humanity under the spectacle.
What I'm interested in is transformational Shakespeare. Taking this very human, very complicated, very richly theatrical text and transforming it into something that is not exactly one thing or another, not exactly a time period or a place. And so this shipwreck magic show that we are doing with the Tempest, it's a little bit Elizabethan, it's a little bit Dust Bowl, early 20th century, it's certainly a little bit right now. We're pushing them all together and making something that never existed, but that hopefully has the power to connect with people in a rich and full way. For me, whenever I'm embarking on a project, it's always about my relationship to the text. What is the nature of your revenge when your brother, who you love, puts your 3-year-old daughter, who is innocent, at sea to die? What does that do to a person and their desire for revenge? As I know you would understand if somebody put your child in danger.
Forget about it.
Exactly, like that is...
Things in my humanity that I didn't even know existed.
That's right. I had directed this play twice before I had a daughter. And now I have a daughter who's, almost is rapidly approaching the age of Miranda. So this play has a special place for me. I've always loved this play, but this play has a special place for me largely because of my daughter, Maisie.
Don't miss The Tempest at Roundhouse Theater, now extended through January 29th.